Once again, ladies and gentlemen, bigotry, verbal abuse, this time of, well, an 80-year-old man. I'm going to take you to the video, then provide the background. Here it is.
We got a video here of a guy who chased down another driver, an 80-year-old driver, to jump into his face and cuss him out. And I don't know the details of what exactly he said. I'm still trying to get in touch with the victim. But I want you to see the video afterwards of when the daughter came to confront the man who had been following them, and someone else actually jumps in to help.
Some racial ass. You talking to an 80-year-old man, done cussed him out, and we gon' no, cause my dad is 80 years old. And seen him. Everybody's seen him, and that's why
I got him smacked.
I already know he needs to be.
You won't smack me like that.
My dad, 80 years old.
I didn't say
Yes, you did.
You like that? You like that?
Stopping in the middle of the
Jump
street.
on me like
That's
that.
my dad. You got
Jump on me like that.
my dad.
Down. You'll be sleeping in this parking lot.
Dad, if you
I've
want
been in
to.
prison already. I got about it.
And me
I did 12 years
too.
already, bitch.
And me mother too.
Because you want to pick on an old man?
Pick on him. I asked him why he stopped in the middle of the road.
Because he was what he's doing. Okay, my ass, flip-flops.
He don't want smoke, not for real. Put it up full mass. People are getting tired of bullies. People are getting tired of individuals who seemingly have power, utilizing that power in order to create harm to others. We know that there is an imbalance here. And the fact that the bystander gets involved is evidence to me of a collective psychology. People are simply getting tired of bullies. According to Atlanta Black Star, TikToker Danish brought this incident to light. A viral video captured the aftermath of a road rage confrontation in which a man allegedly yelled racial slurs at an 80-year-old black driver, leading to a heated outburst from the elderly man's daughter and a witness who saw the whole encounter. The elderly man's daughter turns to the bystander to thank him for defending her and defending her father. I want to thank that bystander as well. Quote, "I appreciate that man." The woman turns to the bystander to say the woman posted the video to TikTok but has since hidden it. However, the clip was quickly shared on other platforms and even drew the attention of online sleuths, like that Danish guy who reposted the video on his social media pages and provided commentary. The woman responded to that post, thanking him for sharing the video and praising the male bystander, who she said came to her and her father's rescue. Quote, "Thanks for reposting this video. My dad is harmless. This guy rescued me and my father. He is my hero." Flip-flops is a predator to the senior community. She writes, "Flip-flops made racial slurs before I started recording. This was an awful experience. I am still traumatized and effed up all the way up," the woman commented. Very sad. But there is a nuance to this story that hasn't always been the nuance to stories like this on Indisputable. And the nuance is bystander immediately gets involved in order to provide advocacy for the woman, defense for her father, whom he doesn't know. He doesn't know these individuals. But what he does know is that he has a sense of right and wrong. There's some level of moral compass at play here. And that moral compass becomes your true guide in matters like this. And sometimes our moral compass needs to be recalibrated. Because whatever your first knee-jerk reaction is, that is your moral compass. Now, you can change how you respond. You can catch yourself before you react. But if your moral compass is not to defend the defenseless, if your moral compass or knee-jerk reaction is not to stand up and advocate for those who need it, if that is not your instinctive position, you need to recalibrate your moral compass. And a moral compass can be recalibrated. How? Experience, exposure, and environment. You introduce new ease into your life, all of a sudden, your moral measure starts to weigh differently. Big ups to the bystander. I'm very thankful to a dutiful daughter. When I'm 80 years old, I want my daughter to do the exact same thing for me. All right, dear brother, thoughts?
I mean, my goodness, there's a lot of thoughts here. The one that comes to mind, and this is going to sound a little crazy because I know less about this than you do, Dr. Richey, but it's the idea of like quantum superposition where you're watching videos like this. And it's like every possibility of how this could go is existing in potentia. And you're going, all right, how is this going to end? And in that video, you see this guy get confronted. And then he goes, well, are you going to go to prison? You ready to go to prison, basically? And the bystander says, oh, I was there for 12 years and I'm not scared of that. Is probably the worst thing you could possibly hear in that situation from his perspective. When someone goes, oh, I don't mind, I've been there before. You know exactly what's going to happen. That has gone from potential to actuality. And I think he did the smartest thing he could do by walking away and pretending he knew where he was walking. And so, yeah, not to cast stones either, because I think most people have experienced some kind of road rage. I know I have in the past. I think it's hereditary. I'm assuming. I like to think so. And it's never about the road rage. It's always about something else going on in your life, whether it is individual or collective, as you were saying. But at the time, those times where you kind of look at who the driver is, who is, really ticking you off, and you see that it is an older person, the guilt that you feel, and at least in my experience, oh my gosh, I didn't know, and I was so upset, and it puts things in perspective for most people. Instead, this individual tried real hard to kind of dig his heels in, or excuse me, his flip flops in, and try to say that he was right at the end of the day. And so that is the difference. I think there's a way to handle that he did not do it as he should have. And on top of that, he wasn't doing anything right that day because he chose to wear flip flops with khaki pants. And that's the most offensive thing, I think.
That is true. And usually the first couple of decisions you make in the morning time would dictate the rest of your day. All right.
There you go.
He was bound to have a bad day.